friends. This is Roy Haynes with Lifetime. I live in a small Kansas town with a Christian college. Many people here don't even lock their doors, either on their houses or on their cars. I guess that's changing though. We got word that 2 cars were stolen from our little community today, or actually yesterday, Sunday, probably while half the town was in church. I've only had a couple things stolen that I can recall, and I didn't realize they were gone until long after the crime was over. I guess that's the way it is with thieves. They do their work mostly in secret and when we least expect it. A few days ago I posted an article that I called Wishful Thinking. In it I shared some thoughts from a Bible teacher named Brenda Weltner. She believed that there are 3 raptures, 3 catching ups, and that the final one, with Jesus sitting in the clouds with a sharp sickle, waiting to be told to harvest the earth, is the rapture that no one knows the day or hour of, and that's supposed to be right just before Jesus actually comes physically back to earth. So she set dates in relation to her studies, having the day of the dead rising and we believers receiving our glorified bodies as September 18th of this month. The first rapture is supposed to be happening on September 28th of this month. In between times, we are supposed to be able to go in our glorified bodies and basically witness to those that we know and love, and maybe those that God sends us to. Of course, we all know that the 18th is past, and what she thought would happen didn't happen. She's the second person that I recall who seems to have found a way to know the day of the rapture. Don't get me wrong. I respect the amount of study that she did on her, that she put into her thoughts. Brenda began her timeline with what's called the sign of Revelation 12, the sign seen in the stars. That was in March, I can't remember, March 11th or 3rd of 2017 when all those signs correlated in the heavens. She began her 7-year countdown from that point and did the math from there on out. The reason I suspected she was wrong was that she was predicting Israel would get caught up in a war this month, and that would turn into the war of Gog and Magog as seen in Ezekiel 38 and 39. Now that could happen, could still happen this month with Russian and Turkish warships parked out in the Mediterranean Sea. However, as I read about the war of Gog and Magog in Ezekiel 39, I see that when the war comes to its sudden and shocking conclusion, the people of Israel will heat their homes for 7 years with the fuel left by the defeated armies. That 7 years of fuel does not fit with beginning the 7 year timeline in March of 2017. To me, a better time to begin that timeline would be at the end of the war. Now, we Christians may or may not be around to witness that war, even if it were to begin tomorrow. The reason I say this is that Jesus said he would come when we least expect him. And Jesus was telling this to his disciples and thus to us. Many are saying Jesus will come on the Jewish festival days. But then, that is a time we might expect him to come. Jesus also said he would come as a thief in the night. This gives me the idea that the world will be startled by the fact that we are gone. They will view the event after it has happened as though something has been stolen away and not missed until suddenly you realize it's gone. Jesus warns his disciples, and that means us again, to be watching and ready, because we do not know when he will return. He warns us not to be caught napping when he returns. All this leads me to believe that God has no intention at all that we should know the day of Jesus' return. As I said before, I would have been glad if what Brenda had said was true. But I also learned something from that. Even though I had my doubts, my doubts about her prophecy, the Bible tells us to not make light of prophecies and to test them. I found myself hoping all day long on the 18th that I didn't mess up on the day that Jesus would return. I've come to realize that Jesus doesn't just want us to be ready on that certain day, or he wants us to live a life ready every day, every moment, ready to meet him face to face. Just imagine walking and talking with Jesus as you go about your day, and suddenly you're interrupted by the sound of a trumpet, and you see Jesus face to face. I believe that's the kind of walk God wants with each one of us. I want to close this with a song about God's desires for such a walk with us. I call this song, I Want to Be With You. I lost my pick. I'll have to get another one out.
Come close to me, my child, and I will come close to you.
I'll never leave you alone, no, no. I'll always be with you. Come close to me, my child, and I will come close to you. I'll never leave you alone, no, no. I'll always be with you. I'll never leave you alone, no, no. I'll always be with you. I'll always be with you. I'll always be with you. Morning sun